Colorado High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and on the World Wide Web at KSIR.com. This afternoon from Sunset Baseball Field in Brush, it's a Patriot League clash as the visiting University Bulldogs take on the Brush Beat Diggers. I'm John Beltran. And welcome to what should be a very good game between the Beat Diggers and the Broncos. Beat Diggers going to this game with a 5-1 Patriot League record, 10-5 overall. University 3-2 in league play, 7-5 on the season. Here's the starting lineup for the Bulldogs. Batting first is the shortstop Ryan Jones. The second hitter is the left fielder Seth Hill. Pitcher Josiah Galarza bats third. In the cleanup position is first baseman Brandon Ewing. Andrew Larson, the right fielder, hits fifth. Revan Baszler, the second baseman, hits sixth. The center fielder Carson Cox hits seventh. Cody Rush, the catcher, hits eighth. And Braden Pife, the third baseman, hits ninth for the Beat Diggers defensively. Vistor Mullins at first. Mike Gutierrez at second. Tyler Mondays at third. The shortstop is Kyle Rosenbrock. Around the outfield, in left is Grayson Simmons. The center fielder Arnoldo Matos Garcia. In right is Randy Baker. Behind the plate is Alec Peterson. And on the mound is Ryan Hirschfeld. And they're basically looking at the 1-2 starters for the rest of the season, Hirschfeld and Rosenbrock, as this is their regular season home finale. They'll be at Platte Valley tomorrow, 3:30 on 1010 and KSIR.com. Jeremy Weathers will have the call of that game for you. And then on Tuesday, I'll be at Bigfoot Turf Farms for the finale against the Valley Vikings. Opening pitch brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance with 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. Ingmeyer Phillips can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or needs. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Beat Diggers dressed in their maroon uniforms with the gold numerals and lettering in the gray pants. University in their gray uniforms and their navy blue numerals and lettering. Again, a critical game considering we're down the stretch of the regular season, and a lot of these teams are battling for second place. Sterling has almost played themselves out of it. They lost to University in their most recent game, 4-2. So you're essentially looking at Valley and University and Brush, and Platte Valley for that matter.
Shortstop, number 21.
And here to begin the game is Ryan Jones, the left-handed hitting shortstop for University. Temperature in the upper 40s and low 50s with a very mild wind. And Ryan Hirschfeld, who got the victory in the 10-9 10-inning win over Sterling on Saturday, will deliver the first pitch of the game, and that fastball is upstairs. As a freshman 2 years ago, Hirschfeld went the distance, beating University 1-0. Here's the wind and the 1-0. Fastball right there for a strike on the outer half, thigh high. And the count is level at 1-1 strike. To the left-handed hitting Ryan Jones. Mitch Tormone, the first baseman, playing in on the grass. Field looks great even after the storm yesterday. Popped up in the left field. Grayson Simmons to his right. Still going back a little bit. Makes the one-handed catch. And there's one down.
Oh, that ain't. Left fielder, number 16. Seth Hill.
From the right side, Seth Hill will step in for University. Now, the Bulldogs 1 year ago defeated Brush twice, 5-4 in the championship game of the Fort Morgan Spring Classic, then 6-0. And that game was in Greeley in mid-April. The pitch, fastball is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. To the right-handed hitter for University. Wine in the 1-0, and that fastball is low. Follow us pitch by pitch at KSIRsports.com. 2 balls and no strikes to Seth Hill. Out of the stretch is Hirschfeld. The offering, fastball is high. 3 balls and no strikes. Yeah, this field looks like in perfect condition right now. Whatever moisture it got on it yesterday was pretty much either eaten up, and the fastball's a strike. And, of course, John Bass doing an incredible job on this field. It looks like it didn't go through anything. 3-1, 1 out to nobody on in the top of the first inning. Seth Hill awaits the pitch. Fastball runs inside, and it's a walk. That'll bring up Josiah Galarza, the opposing pitcher.
Pitcher, number 13, Josiah Galarza.
Even though the Beat Diggers lost to University twice last year, they were able to secure a top 8 seed. While University had to go out west and won one game, then lost to Wells Central in the district championship game, the stretch. And the toss back to first, nothing doing there. Looking in for the sign is Hirschfeld. And the offering, fastball down the middle for a strike just above the knees. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Top of the first inning. From Brush, the Beat Diggers are taking on the University Bulldogs. The stretch by Hirschfeld. And the 0-1. Fastball swung on, grounded to first. Tormolen goes to second for 1. Rosenbrock back to first. And that is 2 with Tormolen covering. 3-6-3. University's done in the first inning. We head to the bottom of the first. The Bulldogs are held scoreless. And the Beat Diggers are coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Beat Digger starting lineup brought to you by Blodorn Lumber at blodornlumber.com. You can browse the virtual showroom, view the current sales flyer, complete a credit application, and shop the entire inventory online. Doesn't matter if you're a contractor or painting your kitchen. At Blodorn Lumber, you'll get the same friendly service and advice to make your job easier. Friendly place, serious service, Blodorn Lumber. For the Beat Diggers, batting first is the catcher Alec Peterson. Center fielder Arnoldo Maltos Garcia hits second. Batting in the third position is shortstop Kyle Rosenbrock. The cleanup hitters, the first baseman Mitch Tormolen. The pitcher Ryan Hirschfeld hits fifth. Tyler Monday at third, bats sixth. Batting seventh is the DH Oscar Soto. Mike Gutierrez at second, hits eighth. And the ninth hitter, the left fielder Grayson Simmons. Defensively for University, Brandon Ewing's at first. Brevin Baszler at second. The third baseman's Braden Pipe. Ryan Jones is at short around the outfield. Seth Hill in left. Carson Cox in center, Andrew Larson in right. On the plate is Cody Rush, and the right-hander Josiah Galarza will deliver to Alec Peterson, the offering. And the fastball right there down the middle at the knees is strike one. The Beat Diggers are looking for their fifth consecutive win and sixth in Patriot League play. Galarza out of the stretch with the bases empty. And the 0-1. And the breaking ball goes behind the hitter. 1 ball and 1 strike. Both teams with 5 losses on the year, but University's only played 12 games. And the 1-1 pitch. Fastball down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Committed to serving those in production ag. Premier Farm Credit is the gold standard in ag lending. The stretch. And the 2-1. Swung on and driven deep into left field. Going way back towards the track is Hill. And now he's screaming in a little bit, makes the catch. I thought that ball was going to carry a lot more. Instead, it was a routine fly ball. 1 down. So that ball had virtually no carry. He got way under it, apparently. Here's Maltos Garcia, who had a critical base hit on Monday in that 12-11 come from behind victory over Resurrection Christian. Had 2 base hits against Lions. The pitch and the breaking ball is over the plate for a strike at the knees. No balls and 1 strike. The stretch by Galarza and the offering. Curveball swing and a miss way out in front. It's 0-2 to Arnoldo Maltos Garcia. No score. The base is empty. 1 down in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch. Curveball is grounded to third on 2 hops to Fife. He throws to first in time. And there's 2 down. For Kyle Rosenbrock.
Number 5, Kyle Rosenbrock.
Rosenbrock had 3 hits, including a 2-run single on Tuesday in the 10-0 victory over Lions. Beat Diggers are playing their 7th game in 8 days and will play again tomorrow. And the pitch. The curveball is up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. To the sophomore shortstop, Rosenbrock. And the offering. Swing and a miss on a changeup that was diving down in the zone. It's 1-1. Friendly staff at High Plains Wiggins can assist you with a home loan, equity line of credit, commercial loan, or a checking account. High Plains Bank and Wiggins, swing and a miss again. Similar pitch. Count is sitting at 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. And that pitch is fouled off to the left. Count remains at 1-2 to Kyle Rosenbrock. One ball and 2 strikes. Laying down the sign is Rush and the offering. That is a called strike 3 on a breaking ball, belt high, and the Beatniggers are done in the first inning. We head to the second. No score from Sunset Baseball Field between the Beatniggers and University Bulldogs on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Sunset Baseball Field as we head to the second inning. No score between Brush and University, as the Beatniggers were retired in order in the bottom of the first inning. And for the Bulldogs, they will send up the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Brandon Ewing, Andrew Larson, and Brevin Baszler against the right-hander Ryan Hirschfeld. Beatniggers were 6-5 after losing to Eaton, but then a doubleheader sweep on Saturday against Estes Park in Sterling, followed by Monday's miraculous victory over Resurrection Christian, which the Beatniggers trailed by 9 after 4.5, and then, of course, Tuesday's win, 10-0 in Lions. Here's Brandon Ewing, the big, strong right-handed hitting first baseman, hitting from the cleanup spot to lead off the second inning against Ryan Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld doing some little gardening work in front of the mound with his cleats. Now he's ready. Ewing with an open stance. Here's the wind and pitch. Fastball is just outside. 1 ball and no strikes. To Brandon Ewing. And the offering. Swung on and grounded as short. Rosenbrock is in. A few steps, sets, throws, 1 out. Ewing got down that line quickly, but the throw is in time.
Right fielder, number 25, Andrew Larson.
Right-handed hitting right fielder Andrew Larson will bat for University. Have the pitcher stay in rhythm. This will be a quick-moving game. We haven't had too many quick games. Even Tuesday's 10-0 game nearly went 2 hours. Setting up on the outside is Peterson. Wind and pitch. Fastball is a little bit outside, barely missed. 1 ball and no strikes to Larson. Again, Peterson setting up in the same spot. And the offering. Fastball right there for a strike just below belt level. It's 1-1. Friendly staff at High Plains Bank and Wiggins, as we mentioned, can assist you with a home loan, equity line of credit, commercial loan, or checking account to receive hometown service on a higher plane. Visit High Plains Bank and Wiggins. The pitch, curveball fouled off the end of the bat to the screen. 1-2. B&B Appliance at 502 Ensign in Fort Morgan can help you save water, energy, and the environment without sacrificing quality and performance. Change for the better with B&B Appliance. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The base is empty. No score in the second. The pitch. Breaking ball is in the dirt. That levels the count at 2-2. Peterson lays down the sign. And the 2-2 offering outside with a heater. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, it was a 1-out walk that Hirschfeld issued in the first inning. The stretch by Hirschfeld with the bases empty. And the pitch. That is a called strike 3 fastball at the knees. And there's 2 down. Yeah, there was no doubt about that pitch. 2 down for
second base.
Brevin Baszler.
Brevin Baszler.
Hirschfeld again out of the stretch. 2 down and the base is empty in the second. And the pitch. Fastball is right there. Down the middle, just below belt level. It's 0-1. University had a lone base runner in the first, eliminated via the double play. The stretch and the offering. Fastball is low. And that levels the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. That was the first strikeout by Hirschfeld. And the pitch swung on, tapped to foul up the third base side. Yeah, these teams have played a lot of low-scoring games. We mentioned a 2-1 game 2 years ago, 5-4, and 6-0 last year. I mean, nothing like we've seen out of games like against Sterling or Resurrection, or even when the Beat Diggers win or lose a one-sided game, and they normally lose a one-sided game only when it's against Eaton. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a fastball up and in. That was well out of the strike zone. 1-2-3 as University is done in the second. We head to the bottom half of the frame. Brush nothing. University nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Mitch Tormolen will lead off the bottom of the second inning for the Beat Diggers. No score at home against the University Bulldogs as the wind picks up a little bit here from Sunset Baseball Field. And Josiah Galarza will pitch to the Beat Digger first baseman.
Leading off for the Diggers at the bottom of the second inning. First baseman, number 25,
So Tormolen to bat to begin the bottom of the second inning. And this is one of these games you want to move along fairly quickly like we have already, considering it's only going to get colder from here on out. The stretch and the pitch, and the breaking ball is down and away. One ball, no strikes. And the offering in the dirt again with a fastball. 2-0 to Tormolen. Galarza had 1 strikeout in the opening frame. 2-0 pitch. Swung on. That ball is drilled deep into left field, but that is foul. Tormolen pulled that one. It's 2-1. Rockies are off today, so we'll have them tomorrow after more Beat Digger baseball. They'll take on the Tampa Bay Rays at Coors Field at 6:40. Brush baseball at 3:30 against Platte Valley. 2-1 to Tormolen. And the offering. The curveball is a beauty on the outer half at the knees. It's 2-2. Tormolen with an open stance. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on, drilled down the left field line, but that's twisting foul, way out in front. And that's a pitch you got to swing at because that's right on the inside corner. Remains at 2-2 to the Beat Digger first baseman. No score in the bottom of the second inning. University's had the lone base runner, and that was a walk by Hirschfeld, and eventually Seth Hill was eliminated on a double play. And the 2-2 pitch. And that breaking ball is down and away. 3-2 to Tormolen. The stretch and the offering. Curveball is lifted down the left field line, but that is going to twist foul. Home run distance, but it was foul from the time he hit it. Leonard Jackets, T-shirts, and more. BCT Quest, 302 Main Street in Fort Morgan for all of your sports apparel. If you don't have to close on your house alone, Northern Colorado Title at 130 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan will provide you with a stress-free closing Northern Colorado Title. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The stretch and the offering. And fastballs up and in. Tormolen walks to lead off the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Ryan Hirschfeld, who had a 2-run single in a 4-run 7th inning on Tuesday. And the one thing that Hirschfeld's got to do is get on top of the high pitch, and he loves swinging at the high pitch. Probably better to lay off it, but if he's going to swing at it, kind of get on top of that thing. Tormolen with a short lead at first, throw back to first. He was barely off the bag. Nothing doing there. The stretch by Galarza. Throw back to first, and that time Tormolen's back in diving. Beat Diggers don't do a ton of running. They pick their spots. Again, a throw back to first. And back in diving is Tormolin again. Looking in for the sign is Galarza. And the pitch. And the breaking ball's in the dirt. Skips right through the catcher to the screen as Rush couldn't handle it. It'll be a wild pitch. And the second is Tormolin. The Beat Diggers have the first threat of the game. With nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. The stretch. And the offering. And that's down and away. That ball gets through Rush, and that one hit him in the glove on the fly. 2-0, and that's a pass ball. That gets Tormolin to third. It's almost like there was a hole in that glove. 2 balls and no strikes to Ryan Hirschfeld. And the Beat Diggers need to win a game by a comfortable margin at home. They haven't done that in a while. The pitch swung on and drilled in the left center field. That's a base hit on a pitch that was way up in the zone. Hirschfeld's around first. He'll stay right there. The RBI single by Tormolin gives Brush a 1-0 lead. All right, how about the RBI single scoring Tormolin?
Third baseman, number 27, Tyler.
We'll bring up Tyler Monday. Hopefully he can execute a lot better than I just called that play. Conrad Cole now running at first for Brush. Then again, an RBI single by Ryan Hirschfeld scoring Mitch Tormolin. Here's Monday, the stretch, throw back to first, and back in standing is Cole. So a walk to Tormolin, a pass ball preceded by a wild pitch and a single, and that fastball nearly hit him. 1 ball, no strikes. Galarza gets the sign from Cody Rush. Throw back to first, and again back in standing is Cole. Galarza's thrown 5 times over there in this inning. The offering. Swung on, drilled down the left field line. That's a base hit. Conrad Cole to second. Let's see if he can sprint for third. He's rounding second, headed toward third. Monday's headed toward second. The throw to third. He's in there safely as the ball nearly got away, and the Beat Diggers have second and third with nobody out in a 1-0 lead in the second for Oscar Soto as Tyler Monday picks up the second hit of the inning for Brush. Soto hitting for the left side. The Beat Diggers looking to put up a nice lead early. The stretch by Galarza. And the offering. Curveball swung on and missed way out in front. It's 0-1. Yeah, he cannot pull that right hip. The stretch. And the 0-1. And that's taken in the dirt with a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. They're playing on the edge of the grass on the corners. Runners take their leads, and the pitch swung on, driven down the right field line. It's twisting foul. And they counted 1-2. On deck is Mikey Gutierrez. Soto got a pitch he loved. But a little bit too much pull on that ball. At third is Cole. At second is Monday. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bottom of the second inning, Brush leads 1-0. The stretch and the offering. Curveball is grounded to first. Ewing's going to back up, and he will tag the runner. Other runners have to hold. Throw to third, and Cole is going to be safe. Well, I don't know what Cole was doing over there. He made that way too close. But I guess he felt comfortable enough that he could challenge the throw. Here's Mikey Gutierrez, the second baseman. Out of the stretch with runners at second and third and now 1 out. Galarza delivers. And the breaking ball is blocked by Cody Rush. It's 1-0. Now the Beat Diggers were awful on Tuesday with stranding base runners. They stranded 14. I know they scored 10 runs, but they left the bases loaded 4 times. 1-0 pitch. And the curveball is right there for a strike. Down the middle, just below belt level, it's 1-1. A ground ball in the middle infield will score a run with a speedy Cole at third. The pitch. in the dirt. It gets away. Here comes Cole towards the plate as the ball rolls up the third base side. He scores in the wild pitch. Monday to third, and Brush now leads 2-1, 2-0. Jeez, I can't get anything right today. 2-0 to score. And Gutierrez with a 2-1 count. That's the 2-1 I wanted to apply there. So Monday off of third. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The stretch. And the pitch to Gutierrez. Swag, and a miss on a fastball in the inner half. It's 2-2. Galarza reared back on that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Diggers have an RBI single from Hirschfeld, the wild pitch scoring a second run. The offering. Swung on line, just on the line, down the left field line. It's a base hit. Gutierrez is around first. He'll stay right there. Monday scores on the little flare over the third baseman that caught the line, and Brush now leads 3-0.
How about a left fielder?
I mean, that painted the line. Left fielder Grayson Simmons will hit from the left side. The Diggers have 3 hits in the inning. Hirschfeld single, Monday's double, and now Gutierrez is single. Galarza gets a sign from Rush and throw to first. Yeah, I don't even know if he's got any idea how big those leads are over there because he's thrown over there 6 times, and the leads have been very minimal. Not even a 2-step lead. The pitch swung on, grounder to second, charging the second baseman, throw to short for 1, back to first, and it's going to be late as Brandon Basler made the play, throwing to Ryan Shones. 2 down, back to the top of the order. It'll be Alec Peterson to hit for Brush. Peterson, his first time, popped the left on a ball that had no carry. It looked like it was going to fly deep, and all of a sudden the left fielder Hill started back and then came into his left and made the catch. Yeah, the Diggers have benefited from a wild pitch and a pass ball in this inning, besides putting together 3 base hits. Throw back to first, as Galarza has done in this inning now 7 times. Back in standing is Simmons, the stretch, and the pitch, and the breaking ball is at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Alec Peterson, the sophomore catcher. Again, a 1-step lead. The offering, swung on, drilled foul down the left side. On a breaking ball, it's 0-2. Well, considering that Brush has not beaten University in a couple of seasons, even though it was Hirschfeld that did it on the mound, this game far from over. Throw back to first. Again, back in standing is Grayson Simmons. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on, 3 in. The pitch in the dirt and blocked nicely by Rush. 1-2. Peterson right on top of the plate. And the 1-2 pitch. Fastball is high. Ball 2, strike 2 to Alec Peterson. The stretch by Galarza, the pitch. Curveball is grounded left side. Third baseman Fife has it. Throws to second for the force, and the inning is over. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left for Brush. We head to the third. It's Brush 3, University nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the third inning in Brush at Sunset Baseball Field on a gorgeous Thursday afternoon. The Diggers lead the University Bulldogs 3-0. RBI single from Ryan Hirschfeld. A wild pitch scored Conrad Cole. And then Mikey Gutierrez's flare right down the third baseline, scoring Tyler Monday, and that's where we're at right now. 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming up for the Bulldogs. And they'll get Carson Cox up there, followed by Cody Rush and Braden Pife. key in here for Hirschfeld just to make sure the Beat Diggers maintain that momentum that they established in the bottom of the second inning. Seems to me these innings used to be about a minute apart. Now they're closer to a minute and a half or a minute 45 apart. Not that I want the game to speed up, but it makes for more quality baseball. Carson Cox, the right fielder, will be stepping in.
Center field, number 9, Carson.
And he's in center field. Hirschfeld out of the stretch to begin the third inning. And he pitched to Cox. Fastball is a little bit up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Peterson lays down the sign. And the offering. Swung on and fouled back on a fastball up in the zone. Count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike. 3 runs on 3 hits for Brush. 0s across the board for the Bulldogs. Stretch by Hirschfeld, and the pitch. And the curveball is right down the middle, knee high. It's a strike. It's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Carson Cox, the right-handed hitting center fielder. And the pitch. Breaking ball is in the dirt. 2-2. If the Beat Diggers can run the table, win their final 7 games, they've won 4 in a row already. I think they'll be hosting one of those district tournaments, and that fastball's low. That would be a week from Saturday. 8-14 district tournaments. Beat Diggers have hosted it the last 2 years. They lost to LaHunta in the opening game, 8-2 2 years ago, then beat St. Mary's in Strasburg last year, 3-2. Swung on, chopped over the mound. Oh, nice play by Hirschfeld. Throws to first, there's 1 down. I thought that ball was headed over his glove, but he snagged it, and there's 1 down.
Number 33, Cody.
If it does go over his glove, then more than likely it's going to be a base hit. Here's the catcher, Cody Rush. Hirschfeld gets the sign. Peterson setting up on the inside corner, and the pitch is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. That is painting your target. No balls and 1 strike to Rush. Stretched by Hirschfeld, and the pitch, and the breaking ball is outside. Levels the count 1-1. Awaiting the pitch is Rush. Here it is. Took something off and it's in the dirt, 2-1. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East at 1209 Main Street in Fort Morgan will professionally fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado. Ehrlich Toyota East, 2-1. Fastball, a strike down the middle, thigh high. And the count evens at 2-2. With 1 out and the bases empty in the third. Stretched by Hirschfeld. And the offering swung on, grounded foul off to the first base side. Count remains at 2-2. Peterson gets the sign from the dugout. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball. It's a called strike, 3 at the knees. Boy, that was diving in the zone, but they called strike and there's 2 down. Strikeout number 3 for Hirschfeld. There's Braden Fife, the third baseman. Another right-handed hitter for University. And Hirschfeld actually has not been great with his control. 19 strikes and 15 balls. The pitch. Fastball down the middle for a strike. And it's 0-1 to Braden Fife. The stretch. And the pitch. Right at the knees. Another fastball to Fife. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes with 2 down. In the third. Brush 3. University nothing. And the offering swung on, tapped foul to the left of the plate. Count remains at 0-2. Now you can tell that since his freshman year, Hirschfeld's gotten a lot bigger and stronger. A lot more zip on that fastball. Gets the sign from Peterson. And the 0-2. Curveball is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He has the lone win after the 91 season over Eaton. A 3-2 victory last year in the second round of the state tournament. The pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Ball 2, strike 2 to Braden Pife. With the bases empty in the top of the 3rd inning. Hirschfeld gets the sign. And the pitch swung on and grounded to short. Rosenbrock to his right on the 3rd hop. Fires a bullet to first just in time. It's a 1-2-3 inning again for Ryan Hirschfeld. 2.5 complete in Brush. Brush 3, University nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Sunset Baseball Field as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Bait Diggers and RBI singles from Ryan Hirschfeld and Mikey Gutierrez, and a wild pitch in between. The right-hander Josiah Galarza lead University 3-0. 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Brush. It's the freshman center fielder, Arnoldo Matos Garcia, stepping in. 0 for 1 in the game. Grounded to 3rd in the 1st inning. Galarza stretches. And the pitch. Fastball, strike at the knees. No balls and 1 strike. You don't have to travel out of town to receive the best and most advanced hearing health care. Platte Valley Hearing Center, 409 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. The offering. Curveball is low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. If you just looked at the type of day it was, you'd think it'd be gorgeous, but it's definitely chilly. And the 1-1 pitch. Fastball, a strike. Boy, that was closer to the ankles. 1 and 2. That was just a missed call there. That thing was below the knees. It was definitely ball 2, and even Matos Garcia thought so. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the offering. Curveball is drilled foul down the 3rd base side. Count remains at 1 and 2. To Arnoldo Matos Garcia. Bait Diggers scored their 3 runs 1 inning ago. Matos Garcia back in. Cody Rush lays down the sign. And the offering. Curveball is chopped to 3rd on 2 big hops. Here's Pipe to 1st in time. Matos Garcia out by half a step. That'll bring up Kyle Rosenbrock.
Number 5, Kyle.
Rosenbrock struck out looking in the 1st inning. In fact, incredibly enough, he struck out his last 2 times, including his final at bat against Lions. That's a rarity. Galarza looks in. And the offering in the dirt. Short on that pitch. It's 1-0. If the Bait Diggers can run the table, their next home game, more than likely a week from Saturday, and that pitch is down and in. Took something off of that. It's 2-0. Because this is it. They've already played every one of their scheduled home games, including today. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. It's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom 3. 3-0 Brush over University. The pitch. Curveball is right there. That was probably the pitch he wanted, but Rosenbrock took it. 2-2. Stretch. And the offering. Curveball swung on and missed. Wow, Rosenbrock has struck out his last 3 times. Well, that's a major slump for him. 2 down. Here's Mitch Tormolen, and he was out in front of that curveball. Tormolen walked and scored in the 3-run second. as he bats against Josiah Galarza. Stretch and pitch. And that curveball went off the catcher's glove to the screen. 1 ball and no strikes. To Mitch Tormolen. Galarza gets the sign. And Tormolen waits the 1-0. He swings and drills it into left center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. And the Beatniggers have their 4th hit of the game. That will extend the inning for Ryan Hirschfeld, who had the RBI single in the 2nd inning. Beatniggers put together all 4 runs in the 2nd inning against Lions with 2 outs and nobody on in their most recent game. But again, they stranded 14. Throw back to first. Yeah, I think that's room service over there. Just throw it over for almost no reason. Tormolen's barely off the bag. The stretch, well, again, he's barely off the bag. Goes in kind of diving. Again, the Beatniggers don't run a ton. The pitch in the dirt with a curveball. 1 ball and no strikes to Hirschfeld. Tormolen off of first. And again, he's just leading a little bit, but it's not a big lead. And Galarza's thrown over there at least 10 times over the last inning plus, but not close to picking off a Beatnigger. The pitch, fastball at the knee, strike 1. Leveling the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Throw back to first, leaning a little bit more, but again, not far off that bag. And it looks like that's Galarza's strategy. Once they start taking the lead, then they'll throw it back. And the 1-1. Curveball is low. 2 balls, 1 strike, another throw back to first. Well, at some point, he's going to come really close to picking off a Beatnigger as many times as he's throwing over there. Right now, that's a high throw. Tormolen back in. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down, 1 on. 3-0 Brush in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Hirschfeld awaits the pitch. Here it is. Right there. Took something off it on the outer half. Thigh high at strike 2. Two and 2. Throw back to first again. Back again is Tormolen. Let's see if he comes to the plate, and Galarza does. And the curveball is grounded to right field for a base hit. Tormolen's going to get the 2nd and no more than that. 2 hits with 2 down for the Beatniggers. Hirschfeld's now 2 for 2. And the Beatniggers have their 5th hit of the game. Tyler Monday smoked a double down the left field line, and Conrad Cole will run for Hirschfeld, as he did in the 2nd inning.
You're offensively number 29.
The pitch that Monday hit down the 3rd base line was obviously an inside fastball, which is why he got a good piece of it. The stretch and the offering, and the curveball is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes to Monday. Runners take their leads. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball was nowhere near the strike zone. Down and away in the dirt. Count is level at 1-1. Galarza stretches. The pitch. And that curveball is low. Good look there by Monday. 2-1. Didn't bite that time. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 on, 2 out. 3-0 Brush, bottom 3. The pitch, and that's in the dirt with the curveball. Gets away from the catcher. Rush to his left up the 3rd base side. On the wild pitch, Tormolen to 3rd, and Cole to 2nd. And Oscar Soto waits to hit next. Monday looking for something fat here on 3-1 that he can drive. Stretch. And the pitch. That curveball is inside, and the bases are loaded. This entire rally with 2 down. Oscar Soto grounded to first 1 inning ago. He now hits for the Beat Diggers. Brush's local Napa and Hardware, Hanks and Small Engine Repair Shop is Hometown Auto and Hardware, 1305 Edison Street. Stop, shop, and save with all of your grocery needs and snacks for game time enjoyment. Brush Grocery Cart, 1302 West Edison Street in Brush. The stretch by Galarza. And the pitch. Fastball is up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Brush lays down the sign. Runners take their leads at all bases. The offering outside took something off, and it's 2-0. Galarza's already thrown 64 pitches. He's not out of the third. 2-0 to Soto. And the offering, swing and a miss way out in front of that changeup is 2-1. Yeah, cannot pull. Sometimes he pulls, and when you pull, there's no way. Gotta wait. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch swung on and lifted into left center field. That's a long run to his right, still going, and the ball's going to be caught by the left fielder, Hill. As pursuing that baseball, along with Hill, is Carson Cox. The inning is over. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and the bases were left loaded. We head to the 4th. Brush 3, University nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. We go to the top of the order here in the 4th inning. The Beat Diggers lead University 3-0. All the runs were scored in the 2nd inning off of University starter Josiah Galarza. And Ryan Hirschfeld will face the top of the order. Ryan Schoen, Seth Hill, and Galarza. As the Bulldogs are still looking for their first hit of the game. Jones in his first at bat popped out to the left fielder Simmons. University has not had a runner yet as far as second base. They had a walk to the on-deck hitter Seth Hill, and that's been it. Stretch and the pitch. Fastball is over but low. 1 ball and no strikes. Peterson lays down the sign and the offering. Took something off at a strike on the outer half. The count is level at 1-1. To the left-handed hitting Jones. Stretch and the offering. Breaking ball. Ooh, just a little high. Back Jones off the plate. Ball 2, strike 1. Peterson getting the sign from the dugout. And the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled at the plate. Count levels at 2-2. Beat Diggers are looking for their second straight 13-win season. When 13-6 a year ago, have 18 games to play this year. They played 15 already. They're 10-5. Swung on, tapped, foul. Count remains at 2-2. To Ryan Jones. Peterson again laying down the sign. 2-2 pitch. That is a called ball. Holy jeez. Oh. Peterson came out of his crouch. I thought that was it. 3-2. But I don't know where he missed. Barely down and away. Stretch. 3-2. Swung on line, foul off to the left. Count stays at 3-2. Yeah, Peterson popped up on the second to last pitch. Not ready to throw to third, but it was quickly called a ball. 3-2 to the leadoff hitter Ryan Jones in the 4th. Brush 3, University nothing. Follows pitch by pitch at KSIRsports.com. The offering. Curveball is grounded up the first base side, and that is foul. Remains at 3-2. Well, Jones is certainly battling. This will be the 9th pitch of the plate appearance for Shones, who's 0 for 1. Hirschfeld looking for the sign, receives it. 3-2 pitch. That's low on the sidearm fastball. It's a walk. Second walk issued by Hirschfeld. The first was issued to this hitter, Seth Hill.
Left fielder, number 16. Seth Hill.
Hill, the left fielder for University. Well, do they play small ball? Do they run? We'll find out because University has to get something going. They still don't have a hit in the game through 3+ innings. Hirschfeld again gets the sign, the stretch. And long pause. Now time is called. Hill back into the box. Beat Diggers with RBI singles from Hirschfeld and Gutierrez, and a wild pitch scored another run. And the breaking ball inside. Wow. Hirschfeld thought he had the corner. 1 ball and no strikes to Seth Hill. Oh, maybe go with the old-fashioned heat here. The throw back to first, back in diving. Is the University base runner, Ryan Shones, the stretch. 1-0 pitch, fastball down the middle for a strike just above the knees. That levels the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Hirschfeld delivers, curveball outside. Ball 2, strike 1. Yeah, the second inning's basically been all the offensive action. That's it. The Beat Diggers did pick up 2 hits in the third. Throw back to first. Back and diving easily is Shones. Two and one, a hitter's count right now. Seth Hill awaits. Now he calls time, and time was swung on and lifted by Galarza down the left field line. Long run by Rosenbrock, and the ball is not caught out there in shallow left center field. I'm not sure what happened. Simmons and Rosenbrock were right there. Runner advances after Seth Hill had just struck out. That play should have been made. Well, we'll call that a straight-up base hit, even though that's fairly questionable at this point. Does that ball look like it should have been caught? First and second, 1 out. As we lost you there for a second, but as I mentioned, Seth Hill did strike out. And we have a courtesy runner at first. That'll be James Medina. But now the tying run to the plate in the big, strong, right-handed hitting Brandon Ewing. The stretch by Hirschfeld. Looking back, and the offering. Fastball right down the middle for a strike. 3-0 Brush, top of the 4th inning. John Beltran with you from Sunset Baseball Field. Again, Hirschfeld at the belt and the offering. Swung on. That ball is grounded to the left side. Rosenbrock to his right is going to throw to first, but that's going to be way late, an infield hit. And the bases are loaded for University. Infield hit for Brandon Ewing. That'll bring up Andrew Larson, who struck out looking in his first at bat. Andrew Larson steps in. Laying down the sign is Peterson, the stretch, and the offering. Swung on, fouled off to the right. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Bases loaded, 1 out, top of the 4th inning. Brush leads University by a score of 3-0, but the Bulldogs are threatening. After a walk, a bloop single, which could have been caught, swung on, foul back, and then we had the infield hit by Brandon Ewing. No balls and 2 strikes to Larson. Ryan Hirschfeld was in this situation on Saturday, got a ground ball right back to him, but it was a botched play. And instead of a double play, all hands were safe. Now he's ahead in the count at 0-2. The stretch by Hirschfeld. And the pitch to Larson. He's missing a fastball down and in. There's 2 down. Huge strikeout by Ryan Hirschfeld.
Now adding second baseman number 14. Brevin.
That'll bring up Brevin Basler. He struck out swinging in his first plate appearance. The stretch and the offering. Fastball down the middle for a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Hirschfeld 2 pitches away from getting out of this major jam with a 3-0 brush lead in the 4th. Peterson lays down the sign. And the 0-1. Fastball swung on and missed on the outer half. It's 0-2. Well, let's see if he climbs the ladder. He's thrown 5 strikes in a row to the last 2 hitters, and 6 if you count that base hit by Brandon Ewing. Hirschfeld gets the sign. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air in the shallow right field. Mullen goes back, he dives, and it's a base hit inside the line. 1 run is going to score, and the ball is thrown back in as a 2nd run scores with a bloop single down the right field line by Basler, and it's 3-2. He stuck his bat out there. Wow. That's the definition of a bloop 2-run single. The 3rd on the play is Ewing. Well, it's a brand new ball game. Carson Cox grounded out in his first at bat. Yeah, he just stuck his bat out there. That was a very good pitch by Hirschfeld. It took a half swing, but a little looper into shallow right field. Hirschfeld stretches. Hirschfeld delivers. Fastball, a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. To Carson Cox. 3rd hit of the inning for University. And none of them have been overly impressive. A fly ball into shallow left that could have been made, an infield hit, and then a blooper. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a fastball down and in. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down to Carson Cox with 2 on. Stretched by Hirschfeld. The pitch, swung on and fouled back. Count remains at 0-2. Beat Diggers with a 3-2 lead now. Well, that's why when you had those bases loaded and couldn't score in the 3rd inning, now the University's got some momentum. And they're still looking to perhaps tie this game. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The stretch, the pitch, breaking ball swung on and missed. And University is done here in the top of the 4th inning. However, they do score 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 2 men left. Let's enter the bottom of the 4th. Brush 3, University 2 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beat Diggers lead the University Bulldogs 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be the 8-9-1 hitters against Josiah Galarza. The pitch, the breaking ball is up and into Mikey Gutierrez, who had an RBI single in his first at bat. Now these teams are neck and neck right now in the Patriot League, and that's a fastball down the middle for a strike. Took something off it. It's 1-1. Yeah, I shouldn't say quite neck and neck. After all, the Beat Diggers are 5-1. University's 3-2. Stretched by Galarza. 1-1 pitch, up and in. 2-1. To Mikey Gutierrez. The 2-run single by Brevin Basler down the right field line that got University to within 1. The offering outside. Ball 3, strike 1. Accidents or illness can strike at any time, day or night, when they do. Every second counts. As a level 3 trauma center, Colorado Plains Medical Center can handle any kind of emergency. Colorado Plains Medical Center bringing quality care to the community. That fastball's at the knees. 3-2. Looked a tad below the knees, but that could be the only What do you call that a strike? 3-2 to Gutierrez. The stretch by Galarza with the base is empty. And the offering. Curveball is tapped foul up the third base side. Count remains at 3-2 to the Beat Diggers second baseman. 3 runs in the second for Brush, 2 runs in the fourth for University. We're on the bottom of the fourth. Payoff pitch low with a fastball, and Gutierrez walks to lead off this inning. That'll bring up Grayson Simmons, who grounded into a 4-6 fielder's choice in his first at-bat. We'll have a visit to the Hill. Again, the Beat Diggers and Platte Valley Broncos tomorrow at 3:30 on 1010 and KSLR.com. Jeremy Weathers will be with you from Kersey. Then I'll be back with you on Tuesday for the regular season finale at Bigfoot Turf Farms, when the Beat Diggers at 4 o'clock take on the Valley Vikings. That'll close out the regular season. 1 day later, which will be Wednesday, the district tournament brackets will be released. And the question is, will the Beat Diggers be hosting? And to me, again, there's little doubt if they run the table, if they win the next 3 games, and which means they win their final 7 for the second straight year, they would host. And that paid off last year. Not necessarily 2 years ago, not even necessarily 4 years ago, but nothing is guaranteed once you get to that level. They're all good teams. So the speedy Gutierrez at first after the leadoff walk in the bottom of the fourth inning. Throw back to first, slightly leaning is Gutierrez. Galarza obviously likes to throw over there quite a bit, as he's done many times throughout the course of this game, and we're barely halfway through the stretch and the offering, and he squared the bunt, foul tipped into the catcher's glove. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. 1-step lead for Gutierrez. Simmons squares again, and he lays off it. It's low. Count evens at 1-1 on a chilly Thursday in Brush, but a very sunny one at that. Throw back to first, a little low, but back on the bag is Mike Gutierrez. One ball, 1 strike. Simmons going to bunt, and he lays up the first base side, and will it stay fair? It will, and right on the bag, Ewing steps on the bag for the out. Sacrifice 3 unassisted for Grayson Simmons. The second is Gutierrez. Here's Alec Peterson, 0 for 2. He popped out and grounded into a fielder's choice. As he bats for the 3rd time in 4 innings. Stretch by Galarza. Pitch to Peterson. Down and away. Got a lot of tailing action on that one. It's 1 ball and no strikes. The stretch. And the wind picks up the pitch. Outside with another fastball. It's 2-0. Stubbs Gas and Oil at I-76 and Highway 39 in Wiggins. Don't delay it. Get there to see why convenience. Stubbs' his middle name. 2 balls, no strikes to the Beat Digger catcher. Step off, no throw. Peterson settles back in. 2-0. Galarza delivers. Swung on and fouled at the plate. Count is a 2-1. Yeah, both Fort Morgan and Brush play tomorrow. Fort Morgan plays on Saturday. Both games against Englewood. 4:30 tomorrow on B106 and B106.com. Then Saturday in the regular season finale in Fort Morgan at 10:30 a.m. against Englewood. 2-1 pitch, up and in. 3-1. Galarza has thrown 80 pitches so far, 45 strikes, and 35 balls, but he's right in the game, down 3-2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-1 pitch, swung on, fouled off to the right side and out of play as the first baseman Ewing gives chase. The Beat Diggers looking to snap a mini 2-game losing streak against University, with both setbacks occurring in 2012. Gutierrez with a big lead at second. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Alec Peterson. And the offering. Curveball is laced towards left field, coming on his hill. He has to play it on a hop. Gutierrez got a late jump to throw to third. He slides, and he's going to be safe. He nearly overslid the bag. Still a base hit for Peterson. Runners at the corners for Arnoldo Maltos Garcia. And the Beat Diggers have their 6th hit of the game. University with 3, all in that 2-run 4th inning. Arnoldo's grounded out to the third baseman, Pipe, twice. And he's got a lot of speed, so anything hit on the ground not too sharply, he can beat it out, and the Beat Diggers would score their 4th run. The stretch. And the pitch. Swung on and fisted on a check swing right to the pitcher in the air, and it's caught by Galarza. He took a defensive swing to get out of the way, and Galarza made an easy catch.
Now batting, stop, number 5, Kyle.
2 down. And Kyle Rosenbrock's got a snap out of a pretty significant slump here, because he's 0 for 3 in his last 3 at-bats with 3 strikeouts. And that is just rare for him. Well, how about, I've never seen that, even though he's only a sophomore, but last year he destroyed the ball, and he was doing that this year to the last 3 at-bats. Runner goes, and the curveball's in there for a strike. The throw back to third, and runner back in at Gutierrez. Stolen base for Peterson. One thing we know about Rosenbrock, he's a clutch hitter. So even if he struck out 3 times in a row, he can get a base hit right here, and it's 5-2. The pitch. Swung on, that ball is grounded to third, and 5 bobbles it. 5 picks it up. Long throw to first is going to be... Oh, come on! Looked like Rosenbrock beat it out, but they called him out. The inning is over. Whoa. No runs in the frame, and the Beat Diggers pick up a base hit. They leave 2. We go to the 5th inning. It's Brush 3, University 2 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Last year, the Beat Diggers were 7-2 in Patriot League play, looking to better that by 1 game this year because they lost to Eaton and University a year ago. They've already lost to Eaton this year. But right now, they lead University 3-2 in the 5th inning. Very close call to end the bottom of the 4th as Kyle Rosenbrock was called out on the throw by the third baseman, Braden Peace. And now Ryan Hirschfeld, who did not allow a hit until giving up 3 in the 2-run 4th inning for University, will face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Cody Rush, along with Braden Peace and Ryan Shones.
Number 33, Cody Rush.
Rush in his first at-bat struck out looking. And Hirschfeld has been pretty effective with that fastball. Yeah, 2-run bloop single with no balls and 2 strikes scored the runs for University. The stretch and the offering. Fastball to strike on the inside corner. 0-1 to Rush. Laying down the sign is Peterson. The pitch right there, another fastball. But it was called a ball. 1-1. Yeah, I can't read the strike zone at times. Very confusing. The stretch and the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fisted slowly to the third baseman Monday. He's got a bare hand throw on the run, and that is going to skip by the first baseman Tormolin towards the screen. Baker backs it up. It'll be a base hit, no error. 4th base hit of the game for University, and they've got the leadoff man on here in the top of the 5th inning.
Third baseman, number 4, Braden Pipe.
Braden Pipe grounded out to the shortstop, Rosenbrock, at his first at-bat. And the tying run is on base for the Bulldogs. And again, stranded base runners for Brush, 5 in the last 2 innings. You got to take advantage of opportunities against quality opponents. The stretch by Hirschfeld, short lead at first. Very short lead. He's got to go to the batter. Yeah, he throws over there, but apparently unaware that the lead was almost non-existent over there at first base by Rush. Five back in. Stretched by Hirschfeld. And the pitch. Down and in with a fastball. It's 1-0. I'm sure they don't want to go to Rosenbrock in this game, and if they do, it would be just for a limited number of pitches. But the Beat Digger offense has got to extend the lead. Right now, they got to take care of it defensively. 3-2 Brush. Top of the fifth inning, 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out of man at first base for University. Pife awaits the pitch, squaring the bunt, and he doesn't go, and no throw back to first because Tormolen was coming in. Now it is 2-0. Oh, this is typical of what Brush has done recently. A lot of close games. They beat Strasburg 5-3 here. Estes Park 6-3. Sterling 10-9. Resurrection Christian 12-11. Everything is close, but they've all been Beat Digger victories in league play in those close games. The pitch swung on line towards left field for a base hit beyond the leaping Kyle Rosenbrock. And the 8-9 hitters are on to begin the fifth inning as Cody Rush advances to second.
Shortstop number 21, Ryan Jones.
And Ryan Jones will now hit. Jones has popped out and walked. Well, you got to be able to expect a bunt here. Beat Diggers might have that wheel play on with Monday coming in at third and Rosenbrock covering third. We'll see what happens. But I would think you play small ball now if you're University. Beat Diggers did have a 3-0 lead at one point. They're used to coming back, but in this game they've had the lead or been tied early on. The pitch, fastball, a strike, belt high, not squaring the bunt. It's 0-1. For the best prices and special offers on top-quality car parts and accessories, visit Central Auto Parts, 1001 West Pine Avenue in Fort Morgan. Peterson lays down the sign. And the pitch swung on and grounded on the right side. Gutierrez, the second baseman, charges, has to throw to first in time to retire Jones. The runners advance 90 feet.
Now batting.
One down.
For 16, Seth Hill.
And Seth Hill will now bat. Hill has walked and struck out swinging. Do the Beat Diggers play the infield in because the tying run is at third and the go-ahead run's at second? Right now, they're all playing in their normal spots. Tormolen in at first. The pitch. Fastball is inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Off of third is Rush. At second is Pife. Peterson lays down the sign. And the 1-0. Breaking ball is swung on, grounded on the right side. Second baseman Gutierrez has to throw to first to Tormolen covering, and he's late. Tormolen did not get over to the bag. It's an infield hit. Scoring is Rush, and the game is tied at 3. If Tormolen does not go for that ball, it's an easy out. But he wanted to make a play on it and couldn't get over to first.
Josiah Galarza.
And Josiah Galarza will now hit with runners at the corners. And only 1 out, and Galarza's grounded out and singled. University has 3 hits in the inning. And again, they haven't hit anything hard today. I mean, nothing. That the soft liner was pretty nice out there by the 9-hitter. The stretch by Hirschfeld, the pitch. Fastball, a strike down the middle. 0-1. Seth Hill might be taking off from first to eliminate a potential double play. With Pife at third. Hirschfeld looks in for the sign. 0-1. Swung on and lifted to left field. That should score the run. Simmons is coming in. Simmons makes the catch, but no, that does not score the run because he came in nicely. And the ball did not carry. 2 down. As Galarza is retired. Yeah, I've got to totally misjudge from here. I thought that ball was hit a lot deeper. So runners remain at the corners as Pife had to hold up at third. And, of course, no advance by Hill. But Brandon Ewing is dangerous, grounded out and singled. He is the cleanup hitter in this lineup for University. 81 pitches thrown by Hirschfeld so far, 52 of those for strikes. Looking to keep this at a 3-3 game. The stretch and the pitch. Swung on and grounded sharply to second. Oh, by Mikey Gutierrez. It's into right center field. And going to third as a run scores is going to be Seth Hill. Crossing home plate is Braden Pife on a sharply hit one hopper. And it's 4-3 University. I mean, I was blocked off from here, but wow, as hard as that ball was hit. Yeah, I'm going to call that an E4. I mean, it was right at him. And maybe that's a tough error, but it certainly was right at him. Here's Andrew Larson as the Bulldogs have the lead for the first time. The stretch and the pitch. Fastball, a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Yeah, tough to score that one, but you got to be ready for that play. 2 runs in each of the last 2 innings. The offering swung on. That is driven deep in the left field. Simmons is way back. Simmons to the track. That ball is gone. It's a 3-run homer for Andrew Larson. University, which at one point trailed 3-0, now leads 7-3. Shades of what happened to Hirschfeld in that 6-run 6th inning. And if the Beat Diggers don't come back in this game, they'll be traveling a week from Saturday in the district tournament.
Now batting second baseman number 14
is Brevin Basler. Struck out and singled, as he will bat for University. And again, those runs unearned because of the 2-out error. The wind by Hirschfeld and the pitch swung on, and that is grounded to short. Rosenbrock has got it, sets, throws, inning over. The University put together one heck of a frame there as they score 5 times. The Bulldogs do it on 4 base hits, a Beat Digger error, and nobody left. 4.5 complete. University has turned this game around. They lead Brush 7-3 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back in Sunset Baseball Field in Brush, where the Beat Diggers trail by a score of 7-3. To the University Bulldogs, it'll be Mitch Tormolen, Ryan Hirschfeld, and Tyler Monday. Once again, the schedule for Brush coming up. Tomorrow against Platte Valley, and then Tuesday against Valley. No Saturday game, and the curveball is upstairs. Just to clarify that for our Beat Digger listeners, a walk and a single by Tormolen. So he's 1 for 1. Pitch from Galarza. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike. Look to the team at Valley View Villa for rehab, short-term, or long-term care needs. 815 Fremont, or call them 867-8261 Valley View Villa. The offering. Curveball is lifted foul off to the right side, headed out of play as Ewing gives chase on the right side. 1-2. And again, stranded base runners. University has scored 7 runs. They've left 2 on base. The Beat Diggers have scored 3 runs. They've stranded 6. Eventually, this is going to hurt them. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tormolen began that rally on Monday with a base hit, a 6-run 6th inning in the victory. The pitch outside with a fastball. 2-2. Stretched by Galarza. And the pitch. Curveball swung on and missed. Tormolen strikes out. Out number 1. Ryan Hirschfeld is 2 for 2. And he was tossing tremendous baseball through 3. All of a sudden, it fell apart for him. Very shortly thereafter. Stretched by Galarza, the pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. To Ryan Hirschfeld. Galarza looks in, and the offering. Swung on, tap foul up the third base side, and they're going after it, but that ball went off the hitter. Count sitting at 0-2. Yeah, this is almost like we saw on Monday. The game is not out of hand like it was Monday right around this point, but there seems to be little life right now. 0-2 pitch. Swing and foul tipped off the catcher on the breaking ball. Keeping community banking simple and committed to their community, Morgan Federal Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Andrew Larson with a big 3-run homer. The pitch, called strike 3, fastball, outer half at the knees. 2 down for Tyler Monday, who's doubled and walked. He is 1 for 1 in the game. Can the Beat Diggers rally again? The pitch, and that curveball hit him right around the left hip. The Monday's on. Well, Oscar Soto will now bat.
Number 40, Oscar Soto.
Galarza, by the way, has 4 strikeouts. And to go along with 3 walks. Here's Soto. Soto in the game is grounded out and popped out 0 for 2. The stretch and the pitch. Oh, he waved at a breaking ball that was down and away. It's 0-1. Galarza's thrown 96 pitches, and right now is a 7-3 lead for the Bulldogs. Throw back to first, and Monday back in standing. Yeah, Galarza's going to throw over there regardless. It was at first base. The pitch. Curveball is up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. To the Beat Digger DH. Throw back to first, and Monday back in diving. Well, Ewing showing the tag, but you got to tag before the runner gets back. Trying to sell the call, which is smart of him. The pitch. In the dirt with a breaking ball. Ball 2, strike 1. To Oscar Soto. Beat Diggers had a 3-0 lead after 2, but it's disappeared. Well gone. The pitch. Curveball is outside. 3-1. Monday again with a very short lead at first, and no surprise, Galarza throws over there. And he's got a good move, but the leads are minimal. 3-1 pitch. Swung on and grounded up the middle, headed for center field, backhanded by the second baseman, but off his glove. There'll be no play. As Basler went to his right. It's a base hit on the grounder hit by Soto. Mikey Gutierrez has singled and walked. A single drove in a run. He's got to come through big time for the Beat Diggers to get back into this game. Because, again, they're going to strand runners more than likely, which would already be 8 in the game unless Gutierrez can clear the bases. The pitch. Fastball, a strike, down the middle. Foul tie, it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Runners take their leads. And the offering. Outside. The count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Monday at second, Soto at first. And the pitch. Swung on and driven to left field, and Hill is right there to make the catch of the hard liner. And did he drop it? Oh, they're going to say he dropped the ball. Monday's going to score. Apparently, he never looked it in. Well, that'll be a straight-up error. It was hit right to him. I was writing the out down, and he dropped the ball. I don't know how he dropped that ball, because it looked like he hit him right in the glove. Monday scores, and the Beat Diggers are to within 3. It's 7-4. Here's Grayson Simmons, a fielder's choice and a sack bunt, and head coach Tim Galindo wondering what happened there, but yeah, the ball was dropped. Wow, what a break. I don't know how he dropped it, really. I know the ball was hit with tons of topspin, and it looked like he was trying to catch it with 2 hands. Simmons is now the tying run for Rush. Well, this has been a crazy season. The pitch in the dirt with a breaking ball. 1 ball and no strikes. And that quote by Yogi Berra applies to the Beat Diggers. It ain't over till it's over. And the 1-0. Fouled behind the plate. The count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. The Beat Diggers do have a hit in this inning, an infield hit by Soto, but they've benefited from a walk and an error. Or a hit batsman, I should say. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down, 1 in. The offering outside. Ball 2, strike 1, already 106 pitches for Galarza. The Beat Digger deficit is down to 3 at 7-4. And the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and driven towards center field. That is dropping into the glove of the center fielder, Carson Cox. That time the ball is caught as he shows the ball. The inning is over. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 men left. 5 complete in Brush. University 7. Brush 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beat Diggers trail 7-4 to University, heading to the top of the 6th inning. Funny enough, the last time Ryan Hirschfeld pitched on Saturday, he came in to the game in relief with a 3-run lead. And then that lead got away, and the Beat Diggers were down by 3. Same thing has happened here, starting this game. Beat Diggers up by 3, now down by 3 after scoring a run in the bottom of the 5th inning. But he's going to have to do the same thing against University that he did against Sterling. Pitch almost shut down baseball.
Leading off for the Bulldogs.
So we head to the 6th inning.
Number 9.
Carson Cox will now hit for the Bulldogs. 3 in the 1st for Brush, 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 4th for University, and 5 in the 5th inning. Swung on and driven down the right field line. That is twisting foul. No balls and 1 strike. Cox is grounded out and struck out swinging. Hirschfeld went through the order the first time unscathed. The second time, anything but. Cox is the 7th hitter in the lineup. 7, 8, and 9 for Hirschfeld in the 6th inning. Of course, the Beat Diggers will have the top of the order, so advantage Brush here in the 6th, but you got to get these guys out now. The stretch and the pitch. Breaking ball is grounded sharply to Gutierrez. He's got it on the second hop throw to first, and there's 1 down.
Now batting catcher, number 33, Cody Rush.
Cody Rush struck out looking and singled. And he was part of the damage that University inflicted 1 inning ago on the breaking ball backhanded in the dirt by Alec Peterson. 1 ball, no strikes. Hirschfeld has thrown quite a few pitches, but not as many as Galarza. He's only thrown 88. The offering. Fisted foul and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike on a fastball up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The base is empty. Top of the 6th inning. University leads Brush 7-4. Stretched by Hirschfeld. And the offering. Swung on and driven in the air into left center field. To his right is Mantos Garcia. And he drops the ball. Holy mahungus. Well, that's the 2nd ball he's dropped in the last few games. I know the wind is playing tricks with the ball, but that is an error on the Beat Diggers center fielder. And for the Beat Diggers, that is
third base for number 4.
their 2nd error of the game. There's Braden Pife. The stretch and the pitch. Fastball is low. 1 ball, no strikes. Pife is grounded out and singled. Hirschfeld gets the sign. And the offering. Fastball outside. Well, you see those errors, it just kills you. 2-0. But if Brush can keep it at a 3-run game, you certainly have a shot here. 2-0 with 1 on and 1 out in the 6th. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner with a fastball. To the 9th place hitter, it's 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike. Braden Pife. The stretch by Hirschfeld and the pitch. Runner going swung on and lifted foul down the left side and out of play. Count goes to 2-2. Again, we're live at KSIRsports.com as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, with a man at first. A game that was in Brush's favor, and University took it over. Let's see if Rush is taking off. The pitch, breaking ball is just a little high. 3-2. With Ryan Jones on deck, this is a critical pitch because he's the leadoff hitter in the lineup. The stretch, pitch. Fastball is low, and it's a walk. Jones has popped out, walked, and grounded out. He is 0 for 2. But you can't give University another run at this point. Even when they were down 11-2 to Resurrection Christian, it was shutout ball over the final 2 innings, the 6th and 7th. That allowed the Beat Diggers to rally. Stretched by Hirschfeld, and the pitch swung on line towards right center field. That's a base hit. Baker to his right. He'll get the ball back in. A wild throw towards the plate. A run scores. As standing in safely for University is Cody Rush. To third is Pife. And on the throw, the second is Ryan Jones. And it's now 8-4 University. Yeah, the Beat Diggers come back from this. Again, so many different times you can come back, but at this point it's going to be tough. And Seth Hill will step in after the conference on the mound. He's walked, struck out, and singled. Seth Hill at 1 for 2, and University has scored in each of the last 3 innings. They're going to stick with Hirschfeld. And again, that's why that error with 1 out and nobody on is a killer. You make that play, and there's 2 down, nobody on. That changes the structure of the inning. And the Beat Diggers have made 2 humongous errors in this game. And those are just the ones that I've scored. The stretch by Hirschfeld, the infield playing in the pitch, and the breaking ball is over but low. Hirschfeld's wondering where that missed. Yeah, the ball strike zone has been pretty erratic today. The stretch and the 1-0. Curveball is inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Seth Hill. Hirschfeld delivers. Curveball inside again. I don't know if he's working around him because you got Galarza on deck who popped the left in his last at bat with first and third at that point. 3 balls, no strikes. Stretch and pitch. Fastball down the middle, strike 1. That was the 101st pitch thrown by Hirschfeld. It's 3-1. Hill back in. Laying down the sign is Peterson. Now he calls time. Now we're headed for another marathon here from Brush. Nothing new. We had started quickly, but we're going to end slowly. Runners take their lead. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch. Curveball is grounded up the middle. Shortstop Rosenbrock off his glove into shallow center field. That's a base hit. 1 run is in. The throw to the plate. The runner's in there sliding. And 2-2 is Seth Hill on the 2-run single as Pife and Jones score. University has blown it open. They now lead 10-4. And we will have a pitching change, more than likely, as head coach Mark Muniz is out to talk to the home plate umpire. Oh no, I think he's debating that play at the plate. I don't know exactly what he's debating, but not happy about some play towards the plate. Unless they're saying that Hill was, or checked that the back runner Jones was out of the baseline or something, but here comes John Hirschfeld Jr. There will be a pitching change. Let's take a 2-minute break. 2-minute break on the top of the 6th inning. It's University 10, Brush 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Pitch for Mullen is the new pitcher, Ryan Hirschfeld, the first now. The Beat Diggers are in huge trouble, 10-4, as University has scored 2 runs in the 4th, 5 in the 5th, and 3 so far here in the 6th inning. Oh, what a tough outing for Hirschfeld. His first 3 innings, spectacular. His last 3 innings, a disaster. Not all those runs are earned, though. Here's Josiah Galarza, grounded out, singled, and popped out. And the Beat Diggers don't come back. They'll be hard-pressed, and I guess it's going to be an intentional walk to Galarza. Without a pitch being thrown. Don't get me started on that garbage.
How about a first baseman number 13?
Because, that's slow pitch stuff. You treat it like slow pitch softball where you should require pitchers at this level to throw 4 balls out of the zone. There'll be a courtesy runner for Galarza. That's James Medina. So here's Brandon Ewing, grounded out, singled, and reached on that critical error in the 5-run 5th inning by the second baseman Gutierrez. And after that, Andrew Larson hit a 3-run homer. Wind and pitch. Fastball is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Runners take their lead. It's a huge lead at second for Hill. 1-0. Over but low. 2 balls and no strikes. It's amazing how the game has gotten later. Of course, it's supposed to get colder, but somehow the Beat Diggers were up 6. It feel a lot warmer. 2-0 offering. Swung on and grounded slowly to short. Going to be a tough play for Rosenbrock. Gloves, throws in the run, and that is going to be in time. Looked like it got him. Yeah, it did. Nice play by Rosenbrock. Ewing is retired. 2 down. Runners advance to second and third.
How about right fielder, number 25, Andrew Larson?
Andrew Larson struck out twice, but who cares? He delivered a 3-run homer. It went from 4-3 to 7-3. That's what broke open this game. Farmon will wind up. And the pitch. Fastball, a strike. Just below belt level, it's 0-1. And the Beat Diggers were looking really good after 3 innings. But, again, all those stranded runners. Bears repeating. The offering. Outside with a fastball. Yeah, it's really hard to believe that to this point in the game, even though Brush is being outscored 10-4, they have stranded 8. University stranded 2, and the Beat Diggers have 2 huge errors as well. The pitch swung on, tapped foul up the third base side. And you just hope Ryan Hirschfeld's confidence is still there for his next start, which I would assume will be Tuesday at Valley. Because he got shelled over innings 4 through 6. And some of those balls were not hit hard, but some certainly were, including the 3-run homer by Larson. 1-2. Fastball rides inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners take their lead. Hill and Medina. The wind and pitch. Fastball is high, 3-2. And those runners out there are Hirschfeld's responsibility. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Wind and pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. And the inning is over. University, though, extends the lead by scoring 3 runs on 2 hits. Another huge Beat Digger error and 2 men left. 5.5 complete in Brush. University 10, Brush 4. This is Brush Beat Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Left-hander Nate Lopez is the new pitcher for University as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning in Brush. And the Bulldogs are in control right now, leading by a score of 10-4. Josiah Galarza goes to third. Beat Diggers actually have to bat around in one of these 2 innings, or put a major dent into this deficit in the 6th inning to get them close in the 7th. As the Bulldogs have scored 10 runs over the last 3 frames, all off of Ryan Hirschfeld. And I don't think Josiah Galarza had anything left on the mound. He went well over 100 pitches. Just shy of the top of the hour. This is 10-10 KSIR, Brush Fort Morgan Greeley. And Alec Peterson has popped out, hit into a fielder's choice and singled. 1 for 3 in the game. So now you can officially close the book on both starting pitchers, as the Beat Diggers will now face a left-hander. Nate Lopez with a pitch. Fastball is down and in. 1 ball and no strikes to Alec Peterson. The offering outside, tailing away. 2-0. Line and pitch, up and away, 3-0. Now, this is kind of how the Beat Diggers came back against Resurrection Christian. Opposing pitchers had trouble finding the strike zone. 3 balls and no strikes to the sophomore catcher. Nate Lopez delivers right there for a strike on the inner half of the fastball. It's 3-1. Might as well keep taking him until he gets to 3-2. The pitch, and that is down and away. It's a walk. 107 pitches thrown by Gallarz in the game. Allowed 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, and he gave up 7 hits. Arnoldo Matos Garcia steps in. Arnoldo is 0 for 3, 2 groundouts and a pop-up, and that pop-up was a check swing. And the pitch, right there for a strike, took something off that pitch. Looked like a changeup. It's 0-1. Tough to steal on this left-hander, but the Beat Diggers are down by 6. The offering, and that's down and in with a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, you can score a couple. The Beat Diggers scored a couple against Resurrection Christian in 2 consecutive innings and had the 6-run 7th. The pitch, swing and a miss. Ball 1, strike 2. Brush led 3-0 after an RBI single from Ryan Hirschfeld. A wild pitch scored a run, and a run-scoring single from Gutierrez. 1-2, fouled. Nice short compact swing by Matos Garcia. Your one-stop center for projects around your home, office, or yard is Ackley Building Center at 1402 Mill Street in Brush. And the 1-2 offering, and that curveball is up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, if it's a long game time-wise, those are the ones that Beat Diggers win. The pitch, fouled. And the count remains at 2-2. To Arnoldo Matos Garcia, his 4th plate appearance. He's officially 0 for 3. Peterson leads off of first. Very conservative lead against the left-hander. And the offering, and that's inside with a fastball. 3-2. You can't count this team out. I mean, they rallied against Strasburg, Estes Park, Resurrection Christian, Sterling. 3-2 pitch, foul. Boy, he's paddling nicely. Count remains at 3-2. To Arnoldo Matos Garcia. The stretch by Lopez. And the pitch. Called strike 3. Fastball at the knees. There's 1 down. And here comes Kyle Rosenbrock. Yeah, I think Arnoldo thought that pitch was going to dip down in the zone, but it got the knees. Rosenbrock's had a rough game. He struck out twice and grounded out. He's 0 for 3. Oh, that was a critical pitch. If Matos Garcia gets on, you got 2 on, nobody else. So the left-hander toes the rubber. The stretch and the offering, and the curveball is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes to Kyle Rosenbrock. Rush lays down the sign. And the pitch. Well, that one looped in there very high, 2-0. Well, you get one pitch, one bad bounce, one bloop single. I mean, even that 2-run single that Baszler had in the fourth inning. The pitch, low, 3-0, came with a heat. Now, that was a critical play in the game. That was with 2 strikes and the bases loaded. And he barely swung at that pitch. 3-0 to Rosenbrock. That's right there for a strike down the middle. Thigh high. It's 3-1. Peterson at first. 3 balls and 1 strike. The left-hander Lopez looks in. And the offering. And that is low. And it's another walk issued in this inning. That'll bring up Mitch Tormolin. Tormolin has walked, singled, and struck out swinging. Yeah, this team's not going to go away. That's not in the Beat Diggers' nature. If they go down swinging. Keep in mind, they've won 3 of the last 4 games at home in their last at-bat. Strasburg was in their last at-bat, as was Sterling and Resurrection Christian. The pitch swung on and popped up in a shallow right field to his left and under it, and making the catch for the second out of the inning as the ball is thrown back in is Andrew Larson. 2 down in the Beat Diggers' 6th.
Ryan Hirschfeld.
And Ryan Hirschfeld, who singled twice and struck out looking, 2 for 3, will now bat. Well, he knows he's got to come through here, without a doubt. If not, University is, right now they're 4 outs away from beating the Beat Diggers for the 3rd time in a row, dating back to last season. The pitch swung on and hit in the air into right center field. That's going to be a long run. Larson is coming, still coming, and he drops the ball right off his glove. Peterson is going to score, and that's a clear drop. That ball was in his glove, even though he was running towards it. The Beat Diggers now make it a 10-5 game on the air by Larson.
Now batting third base.
Yeah, I know the wind and play some tricks, but those balls got to be caught. So the Beat Diggers will take it. Here's Tyler Monday. Monday has doubled, walked, been hit by a pitch. He is 1 for 1 in the game. The offering, swing and a miss and a fastball down at the knees. It's 0-1. Yeah, if you get Monday on or one of the guys in the 7th inning, then you're back to the top of the order. Swung on, foul back. Now he's behind in the count at no balls and 2 strikes. Monday digs back in. And the 0-2 is a fastball low and away. That's a good call. Yeah, Monday's not 5'5". I mean, that's a strike to a much shorter hitter. 1-2 with 2 down, 2 on and 1 in. The pitch, well, that's right down the middle. I don't know how he took that, but he struck out, and the inning is over. The Beat Diggers score a run in the bottom of the 6th inning. No hits, 1 error, and 2 men left. The Beat Diggers, through 6 innings, have stranded 10. We head to the 7th. It is University 10, Brush 5 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. We head to the 7th inning at Sunset Baseball Field in Brush, and the Beat Diggers trail the University Bulldogs 10-5. In a game that has been reversed completely after Brush was up 3-0 after just 2 innings, and then going into the 4th of 3-0 with 2 out and the bases loaded. And when Brevin Baszler hit that 2-run bloop single, the game turned around and then continued in the 5th inning with 5 runs, including the 3-run homer by Andrew Larson. And here's Baszler against Mitch Tormolin, working his first full inning. Fastball down the middle, strike 1, thigh high. No balls and 1 strike to Baszler. The pitch down and away. He struck out and grounded out as well. So officially at 1 for 3 is the second baseman for University. The pitch in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. Tormollen gets the sign. It's a 2-1 count. Wine and pitch. Swung on and lined right back to Tormollen. There's 1 down. 1 down in the 7th inning. It'll be Carson Cox. He's grounded out, struck out, and grounded out again. He's 0 for 3. Bay Diggers will have the bottom of the order coming up, 7, 8, and 9. In the bottom of the 7th, trailing by 5. Cox is 0 for 3, grounded out, struck out, swinging, and grounded out again. Here's the wind and pitch in the dirt with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. To Carson Cox. And the offering. Fastball right there for a strike. Down the middle at the knees, and the count is level at 1-1. Visit MCC online at morgancc.edu to pursue your college education in Morgan Community College. 1-1 pitch. Swag and a miss and a fastball at the knees. It's 1-2. A lot of baseball played by these teams because of some really tough weather. And today's some nice weather, at least when you look at the clarity, but it is cold and now even windier. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and fouled back. Count remains at 1-2 to Carson Cox. The Beat Diggers have 1 more rally left in them. They've done it so many times this year, at some point you figure the shoe's going to fall off the other foot. But as long as that doesn't happen in the playoffs. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball called, strike 3 on the inside corner. 2 down. For Cody Rush, struck out single and reached on an error. And that error precipitated a 3-run 6th inning. Here's the wind and offering. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. Tormollen's done a really nice job since coming into the game, even though he's thrown 12 balls and 11 strikes, but he's retired these hitters. The pitch in the dirt to the screen. Count levels at 1-1. To Cody Rush. Tormollen gets the sign. Wind and pitch. Swung on and grounded up the middle, headed for center field. Rosenbrock behind the bag, throws on the run in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. For Mitch Tormollen, we head to the bottom of the 7th inning in Brush. University 10, Brush 5 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Last chance for the Beat Diggers, but how many times have we said that? And the Beat Diggers have come through in the late innings recently, but can they do it today against University in the Patriot League clash? Down 10-5 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Oscar Soto, Mike Gutierrez, and Grayson Simmons against left-hander Nate Lopez. Here comes Soto to the dish. Soto's grounded out, popped out, and singled. He is 1 for 3 in the game. As he will bat against this left-hander. Lopez was not very effective in that last inning, although he did give up an unearned run. But those were preceded by a couple of walks. And he's going to face 2 lefties in this inning, which will help the left-hander. Ooh, that ball nearly hit Lopez. Wow. Or check that Soto. I don't know what that was, but it was tailing. 1 ball, no strikes. And lost control of that pitch. Soto's going to dig right back in. And the 1-0. And that's down and away with a changeup, 2-0. Two 0 to Oscar Soto. With the bases empty in the 7th. Beat Diggers down 10-5 the pitch. That is a little bit low and away. 3-0. Well, Lopez can take a pitch here and maybe 2. 3 balls and no strikes. The offering. That is a little bit high. Just above the belt. Lopez thought it was a strike. I can't really disagree with him. Soto stood there for a while. Here's Mikey Gutierrez. Singled, walked, and reached on an error. He is 1 for 2 in the game. You got to get to at least Rosenbrock to have a chance. That would be 5 batters from now. Because he's in the number 3 position. This is the 8th hitter, the stretch. And to throw back to first, yeah, there's no reason that anybody should get picked off in this situation. Soto was just about on the bag. Stretched by Lopez. And the pitch. Fastball, a strike. Down the middle at the knees. No balls and 1 strike to Mikey Gutierrez. And the offering. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Right over the heart of the plate, but got fooled on that pitch. 0-2 to Gutierrez. 1 on. Nobody out in the 7th. The offering. Down and in with a fastball. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The stretch by Nate Lopez. And the pitch. Oh, my God. Called strike 3. Wow. Wow. I mean, that pitch was down and in. You got to be kidding me. Jeez. This is the most erratic strike zone I have seen. Here's Grayson Simmons. Fielder's choice is sack, bunt, and a line drive. He's 0 for 2. God. What do you do if you're a hitter? I mean, I would have taken that pitch. The stretch and the offering. That's outside. With the all-speed pitch, it's 1-0. Soto with the lead at first, a very short lead. 1-0 pitch. Right there down the middle at the knees. And the count is leveled at 1 ball and 1 strike. University leading 10-5 in the bottom of the 7th inning, 1 on, 1 out. The left-hander Lopez delivers upstairs. Simmons held up 2-1. Yeah, got to get a couple on for Rosenbrock. 2-1. Outside, trying to paint the corner. It's 3-1. Now, this is partially what happened to Resurrection Christian on Monday when they issued a few walks, and that helped the Beat Diggers rally. 3-1 pitch. That's outside. Well, let's see. We have a visit to the hill as Simmons walks. The second walk issued. Alec Peterson has popped out, hit into a fielder's choice, singled and walked. If one of the next 2 hitters gets on, you get Rosenbrock up there with a chance. That would mean the Beat Diggers would have plated a run, more than likely. Peterson officially at 1 for 3, the stretch. And the offering upstairs with a fastball, 1-0. Lopez, 22 balls and 17 strikes over an inning and a third. 1-0 pitch, and that ball nearly hit him, and it's off the catcher rush towards the screen. The runners advance. Soto to third. On the wild pitch, and to second, Grayson Simmons. 2 balls and no strikes to Alec Peterson. Stretched by Lopez, and the offering, and he grooves it in there for a strike. Took a lot off with belt high. It's 2-1. Matos Garcia on deck. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The wind and the pitch. Swung on, driven deep to left field, and Hill is way back, and that ball is off the bottom of the fence. Soto scores, and Simmons is going to be sent home. The throw is not going to be made. It will be, but it's late. It's a 2-run double for Alec Peterson. The Beat Diggers draw to within 3. It's 10-7.
Now that is.
And here's Arnoldo Matos Garcia. And let's see if we have a pitching change. Just a visit to the hill. Matos Garcia with a couple of ground outs, a pop out, and he struck out looking. 0 for 4. Well, you certainly have a shot now. You have the tying run on deck in Rosenbrock if Matos Garcia can reach. Lopez will stay in there. Now, Matos began the game without an undershirt, but now he's got the undershirt on. Hopefully that's warmed him up in more ways than one. As you got Big Lumber, Rosenbrock, Tormollen, and Hirschfeld right behind you here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Beat Diggers have got 8 hits in the game, 9 for University. And that changeup is low. 1 ball and no strikes. Arnoldo Matos Garcia. Lopez trying to get comfortable out there. Laying down the sign is Rush. 1-0. Upstairs. Took something off of that. It's 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. Rush again lays down the sign. 2-0 pitch. And that is in the dirt. Yeah, I think there's going to be a pitching change here momentarily. And Matos Garcia reaches. Yeah, a bunch of walks issued here by Lopez over the last inning, plus 3-0. Let's see if he grooves it in there. And it's inside with a fastball, and it's a walk. And the tying run comes to the plate in Kyle Rosenbrock. Lopez going to stay in there.
Number 5, Kyle Rosenbrock.
Well, Rosenbrock is looking for this one big at bat now. In the game, he struck out twice, grounded out, and walked. He's 0 for 3. The stretch and the pitch. And he swings and sends a fly ball down the left field side foul, well out in front. All he can ask for is a chance, and the Beat Diggers have it right now. It's 0-1. With the heart of the order coming up. Peterson at second. Matos Garcia at first. No balls, 1 strike. The stretch. And the offering. Out, on the outside corner. 0-2. Oof. He got a piece of the strike zone. No balls and 2 strikes. 5 walks issued by Lopez. The pitch. And there's a call strike 3 at the knees. Rosenbrock thought it was low. Oh, boy. Yeah, it did look low. Wow, that looked low. 2 down. Here's Tormollen. A walk, a single, struck out looking and popped out. Boy. Wow. This has been the most inconsistent strike zone, I'm telling you. The stretch and the offering. That's a fastball low. Beat Digger fans are thinking that was called a strike to Rosenbrock. 1 ball, no strikes. He is the tying run at the plate. Peterson at second. Matos Garcia at first. The stretch. And the 1-0. Upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Ryan Hirschfeld would love to get up there with the bases loaded, or maybe a 10-10 game if Tormollen can kiss one right now. Stretch by the left-hander. 2-0 to Tormollen. Outside and low. 3-0. The Beat Diggers could have the tying run at first base if Tormollen reaches. 3 balls and no strikes. Stretch by Lopez. And the pitch, and that's down and in. Tormollen walks. The 6th walk issued here by Lopez since coming into the game. And now let's see if we have a visit to the hill, because Ryan Hirschfeld is 2 for 4. A couple of singles, struck out looking and reached on an error. With a tying run at first base, yeah, I think that's the 2nd visit to the hill, I believe. That should be a change, I would think. Yeah, so we'll have a new pitcher. And let's see who comes into the game. That looks like James Medina. We'll just keep it right here. With the Beat Diggers trailing 10-7. Rush generating yet another rally. Yeah, that is Medina. As they have scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. And again, very similar to the way they scored against Resurrection. Peterson did have a 2-run double, but walk. I mean, that's basically been the story of this frame. And you have Hirschfeld coming up, who certainly has got home run power. So Medina will throw his warm-up pitches out there. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Greg Mullen is there for you and your family. 842-4555, Home Auto Life and Health. Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance in Brush. Well, the Bean Diggers have been living this way at home for a good portion of the season. Even in non-league games like Jefferson Academy, in which they won 9-6. They do not go away. They pulled off a miracle on Monday, rallied last Saturday twice, and are looking to do it again. With a hard-throwing right-hander, James Medina will be facing Ryan Hirschfeld with the bases loaded and 2 down in the bottom of the 7th inning. Peterson at third, Marcos Garcia at second, Tormolen at first base. And this is the third pitcher used by University in what has been a marathon of a baseball game. 1 out for University to win the game. 1 big swing for the Bean Diggers to win the game. All it takes at this point. And you can bet that Tormolen is going to get a big jump as soon as that ball's hit, because he's the run that matters the most. The tying run at first base. So here we go. James Medina will be pitching to Ryan Hirschfeld here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the base is loaded in a 10-7 University game. It doesn't get much better than this. Again, Hirschfeld officially at 2 for 4. Began with a couple of base hits. Medina, the right-hander, delivers. Fastball, a strike. Down the middle, it's 0-1. Yeah, he's throwing gas. No balls on 1 strike to Hirschfeld. Here is the wind and pitch. Ooh, that ball hit him in the back. Ooh. And Hirschfeld will go to first base, hit by a pitch. Peterson will score. Now 10-8. Yeah. Well, here comes Tyler Monday. Monday with a double. He walked. He was hit by a pitch, and then he struck out looking. Monday is 1 for 2. Well, now Tormolen's the tying run at second base. He steps in a 10-8 game. Wide and offering. Fastball a strike on the inner half of the knees. It's 0-1. To Monday. Medina gets a sign from Rush. Wide in the 0-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. Now you really got to protect. Down at 0-2 because you know this strike zone can really widen at this point. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3 in, but the Bean Diggers down 2 with the bases loaded. James Medina, the right-hander, will kick and fire. That is inside. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I thought he was going to be rung up there. Oh, Medina thought he had strike 3. It's 1-2. Boy, then the Bean Diggers might have caught a break there. That was really close. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Line pitch. That is low. And that barely missed too. 2-2. Wow. Yeah, that was definitely a ball. The other one was borderline. 2-2 to Monday. And the right-hander, Medina, delivers. Swung on and fouled off to the right. Remains at 2-2 with 2 out and the bases loaded. To Tyler Monday in the bottom of the 7th inning. University led 10-4. Now it's 10-8. Medina winds up in the pitch. Fouled back. Count remains at 2-2. Oscar Soto's on deck, and he began this inning by walking. We'll see another 2-2 pitch to Tyler Monday. Boy, why do I fear that if it's a close pitch, that something bad could happen? In other words, being rung up on what should be a ball and is called a strike. Let's hope that does not happen. Let's hope that the batter and the pitcher decide what happens here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rush lays down the sign. And Medina comes home. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball, and University wins the game by a score of 10-8. The Beat Diggers scored 3 runs in the inning on 1 hit. They leave the bases loaded. Final score, University 10, Brush 8. It's a 2-minute break on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Beat Digger post-game show brought to you by Buildings by Design. Buildings by Design and Brush takes pride in their workmanship and quality of their relationships with clients. For a free bid, call Pat Walter, 842-5837. Building today's business, Buildings by Design. The University Bulldogs snapped the Brush Beat Diggers 4-game winning streak. Final score in Brush 10-8. For University, 10 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. They left 4 on base. The Beat Diggers, 8 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. They stranded 13 in the game, and they have left 27 men on base over the last 2 games, including that 10-0 victory over Lions on Tuesday. Winning pitcher was Josiah Galarza. Ryan Hirschfeld took the lost time of the game, 2 hours and 26 minutes. Beat Diggers grabbed a 3-0 lead in the second inning on Hirschfeld's RBI single. A wild pitch which scored another run, and then an RBI single for Mikey Gutierrez. Brandon Baszler came back with a 2-run single in the 4th inning. And then University scored 5 in the 5th. The Beat Diggers committed a huge error in that frame, but a 3-run homer by Andrew Larson gave University a 7-3 lead. Beat Diggers countered with 1 in the 5th. University picked up 3 more in the top of the 6th inning for a 10-4 lead. Brush did rally as they customarily do, a run in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, but the Beat Diggers fall short. They're now 5-2 in Patriot League play, 10-6 overall. The University improves to 4-2 in league play, and on the season, they are now sitting at 8-5. Next up for the Beat Diggers, they'll be back in action tomorrow at 3:30 on 1010, as well as KSIR.com. They'll take on the Platte Valley Broncos, and Jeremy Weathers will be with you for the call of that game. Great job by our sound engineer and producer, Trenton Klimper. I'm John Beltran. The final score, once again today from Sunset Baseball Field in Brush, University 10, Brush 8, right here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.